it tells me, dein
Wait, are you
Stream
doing
wird ab jetzt live übertragen. So,
I would
that's
guess
German
that it's
for
live
we are
now.
live.
I'm gonna check real quick.
Wait, let me see.
Oh, it's good now.
Yeah, we
Oh,
are
yeah.
live?
Yeah, we are live.
Live now.
Perfect. All right,
Oh,
then
yeah.
welcome everybody.
Let's go. Some
I got
money
it
for
open
you.
on 2 tabs.
Everybody on YouTube now joining us as well. We already have a nice Discord crew here, a lot of speakers today, which is very nice, but we also have a YouTube overlay, a chat overlay for the very first time. Hi, Michelle. I think right now on YouTube, we would also see the YouTube chat in the image as we see the Discord chat, I hope. So that makes us now very advanced and professional YouTube event stream guys. But meanwhile, in the Discord chat, we already have Abdo, Blood Moon, Edzonix is also joining us, Exo, Jared, JK, Mr. Potato, and myself. So welcome everybody. Exo is also joining us on YouTube. Thanks for thanks for boosting those views a little bit. Hi Akshi 007, 007, sorry. Welcome to the stream. Very happy to have you all here. We have a very interesting top 10 reveal ahead of us. Last time when we did the top 10, we were still having, the newer units in Da Vinci, Satan, and Shen Long ahead of us. Today, we are not gonna have the new Hokusai in the rankings because obviously she only was released 2 days ago, so no data on her yet. However, we will see where these new burn units and this new light unit will land and whether they changed the landscape, the meta landscape in Evertale a little bit. As always, based on 1,000 teams around the world, so this is a very wide-spanning database that should give us a good indication of what are the very strong units right now. And with all that being said, maybe a question to the whole round. What do you think? Which of the new units have the potential to make it to the top 10? We had Satan, Shen Long, Da Vinci. Any of them that you think could make it into this exclusive circle of top 10 units?
From the new units,
Do you
most
speak now?
likely. Yeah, we can. From the new units, did we have Da Vinci last time?
No, Da Vinci was not included
Okay.
yet.
Then I say Da Vinci is definitely at least top 20.
I think that's done.
At least because of Japan, really good sleep unit in my eyes. Satan, I think over Shenlong somewhere. If Burn doesn't get a rise this time, then I'd say about the same level as Lucifer and who was our other new unit? Yeah, about the same level as Lucifer and Mordred. But I don't think Shenlong will be quite up there. Yeah.
Okay. Good shout, good shout. On YouTube, we have Zenvia saying that Da Vinci deserves a spot, and Satan is also deserving a spot in the top 10. So, 2 potential new top 10 units. Michelle is saying if Da Vinci won't be on this list, I think I will lose my mind. Well, let's see about that. Any other thoughts in terms of who can be there? Anybody who thinks Shen Long can make it?
I think Kui takes spots 1 through 10. You know
Wait,
the
say that
little
again. Sorry.
Kui, you know the little green guy? I think he has like a single star, the green guy from the game. Spots 1 through 10.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but if I have some data errors, obviously there can be huge upsets coming.
Oh,
I can
the
already tell
radish.
though that there is different elements represented, which should be helpful for a new unit like Hokusai, which again is not going to be included in these rankings yet, but definitely something that can be kept in mind. Ah, that one. Oh yeah, that's actually a very nice art. Actually, I can't remember when I last saw this guy. maybe in some X1 stage or something. Actually, even earlier, maybe event stage. All right. Anybody else on YouTube? We have Shen Long is good, but not in arena. But she's very good in war. Yeah, agreed. She seems oddly made to kind of be towards the end of a battle when there's not so many reinforcements left. Wow, someone anime fan is already giving us the ranking for today, saying Cthulhu will come in at first, Kojiro and Darklands following that, and Da Vinci at number 10, for example. Ooh, Xenvia is saying Cthulhu doesn't deserve the first spot anymore.
Yeah.
Setha is asking, I have paid soulstones. Do I lose paid soulstones first or normal first? I think paid first, right, guys? I never had paid, but
Paid always get used first.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
paid always
Yes,
gets paid first,
except there's
unless
one
for the
exception.
fountain.
You know.
The fountain is exception, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they don't get
Yeah.
spent at the fountain, but everywhere else, paid gets spent first.
Even if
Got
you
it.
only have paid stones, 30k, and use the fountain, you still have 30,000 paid stones plus the fountain stones.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair. That was in the beginning. I think that was different, but that was a bit bad for people trying to save for the paid banners or something like that. Right. Welcome, Fate, as well. No, you didn't miss anything yet. We are just getting started. And speaking of getting started, I think let's get a bit more concrete and think about who could be number 10 in this current ranking. If we look back, I think Exo just posted it earlier. We had last time at the number 10 spot, we had Earth Sun Wukong. So Bright Sun Wukong at number 10 was last time. But I mean, in the meantime, we had the 2 burn releases and the new light release. So let's see how that developed. So guys, what do you think? What would your bet be for the number 10 spot?
Personally, I think Sun Wukong, the Earth one, is down a bit, and as well as Earth Gawain. I just hope that Japan finally realized that burn is good enough, so all the Earth units and water units go down a bit. So I'd say Earth Gawain at 10.
Right. I mean, even if Japan doesn't realize it, right, we still have 3 other regions, which make up also a considerable weight in total. So let's see where we go from here. Okay, any other bets for the number 10 spot?
I think Satan has a decent chance, at least top 15, because Lucifer's 16th right now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not looking. The rest of the burn units are not very high in the ranking, so that might pull Satan down. So I'm not really sure.
Yeah. The big question, of course, is burn rising enough to make these units actually get to the top in this kind of universal ranking style.
Yeah.
If it does, then as Jared already said, then we would expect some Earth units to lose some crowns. Okay. Any other bets? I mean, I don't think we got that many yet. Did we actually get any number 10 bet except, well, Satan maybe as a bet for number 10 potentially from Abdo? Earth Gawain, okay, so 1 spot down for Earth Gawain. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try with Earth Sun Wukong still.
Earth Sun Wukong, okay.
Wukong.
So basically she keeps her spot. Mm-hmm. Blood Moon is saying, I think with the introduction of Satan, Lucifer's ranking is going up. Okay, yeah, Lucifer, another potential one. That's a bet for the number 10 spot there.
Yeah, but if Lucifer is going up, every burn unit is going up. And
yes, but Lucifer was the highest one, right?
In trying to rig the poll, so at least 4 of the top 50 accounts on my cluster are my burn units, my burn accounts. So let's trust in statistics manipulation Trust.
Yeah, I mean, 4 out of 1,000 teams still a bit difficult, but of course, especially depending on your fellowships as well and how they did, that can have quite a big weight as well. So that is something. Yeah, Fate is also expecting Lucifer in top 10 this time. I mean, Edsonix already asking how many burn units made it to the top 10. I mean, given what we've seen in the last 1.5 years, the question is, will any burn unit make it into the top 10, given that we haven't seen that for, like, I don't know, 18 months probably, since Commander Astrid left the top 10. I think there was no other fire unit that made it to the top 10, given how specific they've become.
Lucifer was
Just-
by far the closest so far, especially
Yeah.
for fire and getting it much more higher. So if Shen Long and Satan were included, they might get a little push, but I don't think it would be enough for them to be top 10.
Okay.
Especially since Lucifer had the downgrade since March, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I do think that the burn units this time will have risen at least a bit. Like
Yeah,
last
I'd
time
agree
we
on
were
you
at
with
the
that.
top 20 or something with all them. Serbi top 21, Lucy
Lucifer
16.
was 16.
Yeah, so I believe maybe 12, 13, 14 around there should be all my burn units.
All right, but what are your guesses then for the number 10 spot specifically? Returning to that topic, if the people who are saying okay, Burn will not make it to the top 10, what are your guesses for the number 10 spot now?
Yeah, either Earth Gawain or Light Anya.
I'd go for Earth Wukong, but maybe Light Anya as well.
Okay, yeah. Light Anya even further down then. Okay. Let me see if I missed anything on YouTube. Okay, this is just a little helpful chat there in terms of newcomers, how they can get started. Not sure if anybody is betting number 10 Musashi yet, though. We have Shihara saying Bright Sun Wukong for number 10.
I want to believe in number 10 Musashi.
All right. Okay, we have a few bets. Destroyer is going with Mermaid for number 10, which would be a bit of a rise, but also fair. I mean, if Burn rises, then kind of Mermaid might also rise. He's one of the units that are at least to some degree a potential counter. Fair enough, but yeah, okay, if we don't have any more number 10 guesses, I have to say we haven't heard the actual number 10 yet. So all of you can give another guess for the number 10 spot. Maybe let's look back again on the rankings from last time. We had, we had Earth Sun Wukong and Earth Gawain already guessed, so both of them are not number 10 this time. Light Anya is also not number 10 this time. From the higher ups, we have Tristan, Musashi, Storm King Arthur, Evertale, Ludmilla, Kojiro, Dark Lancelot, Cthulhu. I mean, the higher we go, the more it's, I guess, unlikely that these will actually be falling to the number 10 spot. But then again, never say never. We also had Yukata Ludmilla at number 11, Mermaid already guessed at number 12. Then we had Unicorn at 13, Earth Cleopatra at 14. So yeah, just some ideas for you to potentially have another guess for the number 10.
I could see a Da Vinci like up to definitely.
Da Vinci, okay, yeah. Also a potential unit. Hilton also going with Da Vinci. Okay, up to saying, okay, Da Vinci should be higher.
Otherwise, if it's Satan, then I don't know how the top 10 will go out.
That will be crazy. Yeah, I mean, Satan guess. Sorry, Exo, go ahead.
Sorry, approximately speaking, how many new units made it to top 10?
Approximately speaking.
We have 3.
I mean, there's 3. Already saying that would possibly give it away, I guess. But
Yeah, it's what I'm just joking, so don't worry about it. Because if that's
Yeah.
if the fact that none of the guesses are right, that means maybe Burn might have a chance.
right, true. Actually, that's also a potential interpretation of that. We have a lot of Light Anya guesses for number 10, but we already had that before, so it's not Light Anya. We have some Da Vinci questions coming in. and no other guesses yet. Come on, guys. I know number 10 is the most difficult to guess, but I'm sure we can figure this out. I'm thinking if I can give you another clue, but I'm gonna say, okay, it's not Da Vinci on number 10 either. So Destroyer going with Storm King Arthur. Edsonic saying Earth Gawain. Earth Gawain is also not number 10. We already had that.
Can we get the element? Or is that giveaway?
I can give you, maybe I'll give you 3 elements.
Or the
We-
speed set,
oh,
that would also be enough.
It's either water, fire, or earth.
Fire. Okay.
Wait.
Well, I mean, it's just, 3 options. I'm not saying it's fire. I'm just saying it's
Wait,
one of these.
That
3
just
elements.
removed that Anya. Basically nothing else.
Yeah.
Exactly. Light Anya is out. Sanvi on YouTube is saying, so it is Earth. Michelle is saying Satan, maybe.
I don't know, man. I guess Tristan.
Ooh, Jared
which
going with
would
Tristan.
be insane.
Why would it be insane?
Drop. Three
I think it's
3 spaces? from
It's possible.
7 to
You
10?
you just have to see the true power. Look at the true power differences in all of them in between. It is
yeah.
kind of possible.
Really,
Fair point.
They don't really have much
Honestly,
between them. That's true.
looking at Musashi's
There's-
decline, she might be
There's
Musashi.
no way it would be Earth. There's no way it would be Earth because the fact that Gawain and Isan have been mentioned already, and
Yeah.
there's no other Earth candidates.
Yeah.
Also, it's
water
not
and fire.
Yukata Ludmilla, so all Earth units are out.
I think with this clue, it must be Musashi. I think with this
I
clue.
don't know, man. If it's not Musashi or Tristan, then we have a really good top 10.
All
Why?
right.
Because the fire is finally getting its deserved place in history.
Yeah. Only took like 5 years.
Okay.
Xenvia on YouTube is going for Tristan as well. Earshot is going for Lucifer. Shay Hyra is going for Satan. Okay, now we have a lot of different guesses. We also have some Lucifer guesses here on the Discord, as we can see. So yeah, guys, what do you think? Should I reveal it now? Because one of you has been right of all of these guesses for sure.
I'll go Tristan then. I'll go Tristan then.
Locking in on Tristan, and Tristan is actually correct. Congratulations, Jared, for that first Tristan guess.
Power.
And also everybody else who got it. We have Tristan at number 10, down 700k in true power. She is still top 3 in rest of Asia, but everywhere else she's barely around the top 10 spot. So that is why she is dropping to that number 10 spot. She's now under 5 million true power. Blood Moon is saying Tristan's fall off must be studied. Nice.
I mean, Satan does do a good job against her. Like, she gets rid of the imposters. And
yeah, true. Yeah. Oh, that's actually a very good point. Yeah, Tristan creating the imposter and then Satan using that to unlock her own powerful skill is a bit of a thing. Yeah.
Yes, Satan.
We're coming back.
Go crazy.
We're coming back to sleep beating Burn, then Burn beating sleep right after.
True that.
I don't mind beating sleep.
We have anime fan on YouTube saying if Lucifer was not on the last ranking, that means she will never be on. I wouldn't be so sure. I mean, we had 2 burn releases, which further pushed potentially the burn meta, and Lucifer is kind of a core of a burn team. I don't know if Jared you agree, but I think without
If you
Lucifer,
don't have Lucifer in a burn team, then you can just say you don't have a burn team.
Burn without Lucifer and Cerberus just lose against any other team, basically.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, Lucy and Cerberus
Even
probably.
one what's her name? One mermaid, and you don't have a Lucifer, and you're gone.
Yeah.
No
and-
matter
and-
if you do have all the other units, that's completely irrelevant.
And the thing is, right, Lucifer, that's the funny thing about Lucifer. Lucifer already also being used in some hybrid teams, right? Because she is a counter to that kind of cursed sleep units, with the kind of forced purify of her own units, even if they are not burned, that can also help a lot. I think Shadows, for example, one of our server members, is also heavily fielding Lucifer with other strong top meta units that are not burned. So
Shadows
that is
can use
definitely
everything.
help. All right, I
does
think
work,
everybody's already starting to think, hopefully, what could be the number 9 then, after we just revealed Lucifer, sorry, Tristan in the number 10 spot.
As much as it hurt me to say, it's probably Musashi.
Okay, Abdo is going with Musashi, I see. We have Destroyer and Edzonix going with Lucifer. Blood Moon also going with Lucifer. Okay. I mean, if it's really Lucifer, I mean, just, saying, I'm not saying anything or confirming anything yet, then we would have kind of a historic moment at hand here, since, yeah, I guess we would have to check when was the last time that Burn was in the top 10. I think
it was like 2 years ago, when I think I wrote that.
Yeah, you
last
checked
time.
it last time, right?
It was, I think, April of like 2 years ago or something. Wait, I'm a good check.
Not. Yeah, wait. There we have. Okay, in July 2023, we still had Commander Astrid and Bright Astrid in the top 10.
Oh, Bright Astrid. Yes. I love Bright Astrid.
Commander Astrid still here. October 2023. October 2023, she dropped out of the top 10 barely, but she did drop out there. So that means for pretty much 18 months, I guess, we didn't have any burn unit in the top 10. So if Lucifer really shows up now, then that would be quite historic. Let's see. Destroyer is saying I'm foreshadowing. Okay. Wait, let me see if we have any guesses on YouTube as well. We have Xenvia saying Da Vinci at number 9, and also saying that Lucifer deserves a higher spot, in my opinion. Okay, so saying number 9 spot is still too early to go Lucifer. Shehara is asking about Light Anya, who was 8th last month. Thanks for confirming that, Exo. And all right. Okay, what other guesses do we have for number 9? I guess so far we had Lucifer, and did I see Mermaid somewhere, and Da Vinci? I think those were the guesses.
Tristan and top 9 Light Anya.
Light Anya for number 9, okay.
Yeah, she's slowly dropping out.
I'll join him with Light Anya, although I might think it was one.
Light Anya double guess, so that would be 1 spot down for the top guard in the Evertale meta right now, which is kind of crazy. Let's see if it becomes true, though.
The thing is, always when I see Light Anya, no matter what account, she always gets bullied really, really fast. Like, she mostly doesn't get a turn, even if she doesn't get stunned. But she's still really, really high
A
usage.
nice roadblock, right? Yeah.
At least for 2 hits, yeah.
She also did get her rerun not that long ago.
Yeah, I don't think that will change.
right?
No, I don't think no one.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe no one would summon for.
Okay, with the real stats here, Kui.
Yeah, it's
And then at
this is the real stats. No, I don't know. The rest is misinformation. This is true.
At number
at least
28, we have
Lucifer.
Lucifer.
Wait, since when is she
I prefer
dark?
Queen, yeah.
Well, Kui is taking over all the elements as well. Very nice. All right. Oh, really? Light Anya had a 2-day banner only? Jesus, that's really tough.
Gee,
Honestly, that's selling her short because
nah. I
she's
I
think
was
kind
about
of
to say, if
I think
I'm
it devs
correct,
just
because I didn't mention this before, because I usually do the reruns for the banners. I did not see her when they rerun some of the units, and then suddenly I see her in one of the banners, which didn't get rerun as much as I expected.
All right. See, we have Xenvia on YouTube saying it's number 9 spot is either Light Anya, Da Vinci, or Earth Gawain.
Mhm.
And anime fan saying Light Anya is dropping because of Avatar Ludmilla. Very good point, yeah. Kui is the real Pandora. He manipulates the whole Evertale universe while appearing weak. Nice one, Xenvia. Hi, Dragon Knights. Welcome to the stream. And all right, let's see. Didn't even notice, Mister, because of that. Okay, but we have to continue, guys. We still haven't heard the actual number 9 guess, so back to the
Yeah,
drawing board for everybody. It's
I'll
not
go for Earth
Lucifer.
Wukong.
Okay, Earth Wukong from EXO. It's not Da Vinci at number 9 either. Not. Yeah, I think. Wait, did we have any other guesses? Light Anya. It's not Light Anya at number 9.
Badge.
A few Earth Sun Wukong guesses on YouTube coming in as well now. Ooh, Etzonix going with Water Anya, but Water Anya already dropped out of the top 10 last time, so that would be a bit of a re-rise. Not sure if the current stunning environment is good for her. Speaking of Stun Destroyer, is going with number 9, Storm King Arthur. Also a fair point, high usage potentially, but she is having a harder and harder time to actually stay in the starter platoon. The space gets really, really tight for her, even though she has that really, really nice high speed.
What's the possibility of Musashi? Top 10.
Oh. Musashi, I mean, yeah, Musashi was number 6 last time, so number 9 spot. Doesn't seem too crazy.
I think I already said that's it though.
Wait, what did you say, Abdo?
I already guessed Musashi at first.
Oh, true. Really, you did? Okay, sorry, but yeah, it's not Musashi then.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Oops, then I overlooked that.
Not as bad.
We have Blood Moon saying Avatar Ludmilla now. Okay. Few people still using Musashi Platoon 1. Yeah,
A lot of
definitely.
people.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, talking about the Anyas, we will have a new Anya, right? Probably next week or the week afterwards. So I'm very curious to see that one.
New
I
stun
think it
Anya.
should be a guard in my eyes because it's been so long since a guard was released.
Also, it's an Anya.
Yeah, and also because it's an Anya, absolutely, exactly. So yeah, I think there's something coming there.
She'll just automatically make the top 10 without even having to
It is true that Anya, I think, was top 10 every time so far, whenever she was released. So that would be breaking a pattern if she cannot be good enough.
No,
it's also really not Lucifer at number 9, no.
So, if Lucifer is not number 9, then I don't have hopes that Burn will even be in the top 10.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
No, come on. We just started. We can at least hope for it.
Of course, I always hope for burn units in the top 10, but more than
Maybe
4
someone better
accounts,
than
it's
Lucifer.
not possible for me, you know.
Okay, we have Blood Moon and Abdo saying possibly Satan for number 9. Canis is already saying, okay, Lucy is number 8 if she's not number 9.
Can I ask a
Etzonix is.
question?
I
Yeah,
do love
sure,
the
JK,
Lucy
go ahead.
trust. Oh,
So I have one SSR on my account, and it's Excalibur. Is there any chance that they're
No.
making it in this list at all?
not even close.
Is it
Not.
really
Yeah,
good?
that's not
I
gonna
mean,
happen.
she's
You can sleep maybe
she's
with them about it. On this.
yeah, she's not bad, but she just, you know, she's a bit late to the party. I guess if she was released half a year earlier or something, she could have been closer to the top, but she just
Haven't
gave a
even
little
beat
bit
story
too
mode yet, and I
little.
got
Yeah.
Last
Okay.
tier list, she wasn't even top 28.
28, yeah. Yeah, she didn't make it into the top 28, so that would be quite the insane rise if she did it. Then again, I mean, for a starter SSR, I think she's working well enough. I think you can probably clear story events and stuff like that with Excalibur to a degree relatively easily. So yeah, I think either way, Excalibur is you know, a better pick for a starter than, I don't know, 130 other SSR, so I think you didn't go all that wrong there.
Honestly, the problem with Excalibur was that she was released after Cthulhu, so she was basically Cthulhu food, you know?
True. Yeah. All these.
Cthulhu
I
buff.
mean, Cthulhu definitely kind of preemptively destroyed Excalibur and also some other units.
At least it's not like what was her name? The water dragon with the Moris after right before
Tiamat.
Tiamat, yeah. Tiamat
Yeah.
before Lancelot.
Yeah, that was really tough. Last unit before the power creep started to increase. Yeah. Okay, wait. Now we have. Wait, I missed a few things, I think, on the Discord. So we now have a few Lucifer guesses for number 6 suddenly. Lucy gotta be either 6 or 9. Bloodmoon saying Lucifer number 6, Satan number 9 for a classy 6-9 finish. Very nice. Number 9 locked in for Satan. Okay, and let me see what we have on Discord as well. We're guessing number 9. Yes. Excalibur, no way near top 10. Yes. Dark Gawain, number 9. Okay. Dealing with Koji. Yeah, good point. How about Napoleon? Well, Napoleon also a bit of a wild guess, especially in the current meta where probably storm units are at their weakest point in history, I have to say. All right, cool. One of you guys got it correct, or maybe multiple of you have gotten it correct. So I think I can reveal it now, and is quite a crazy reveal because, as I mentioned before, we have a bit of a historic happening. We have, after 18 months, a fire unit in the top 10 again in Satan with 5 million true power. Honestly, I was very surprised to see this myself, but as you can see, in Japan, she's only number 13, but every other region, rest of Asia, Europe, and especially the Americas, are highly invested in Burn, apparently, suddenly, because she's number 2 in the Americas. Where Burn is dominating some Champions Arena clusters. And so, yeah, this is a bit of a crazy happening, but I'm all here for it because I think Burn should also have a chance to have a top 10 unit from time to time. But yeah.
I told you to have hope, Jared. It's historic
my
revolution.
hopes have been crushed for over a year, okay?
True. Jared was very hopeful after the Lucifer release, but then Lucifer alone wasn't enough to push that up into the top 10. But with Satan, apparently, who is a very, very strong unit, and honestly, I can see why, because she's really, really annoying to take out. Like, she has this kind of hold ground and this kind of burning hold ground, but in combination with that mega healing burn that she gets from the start, even, you know, if you try to poison her to take her out or something, it just doesn't work. So you really need to execute her if you want to get rid of her early on, which is not all that easy to do, especially if you get stunned. And yeah, Satan as a counter also to somebody like Bright Sun Wukong, although, I mean, yeah, burn counters that in general, but yeah, that is Satan for you guys. Number 4 in rest of Asia, number 6 in Europe, number 2 in the Americas. 27% usage. Then again, we have a much more evened out meta right now, so you don't need super high usage to go super high in the rankings anymore. You just need a super high performance in the teams that they are used in. So that is what we are currently looking at with the number 9 spot for Satan. Good stuff, good stuff. Let me see what I missed while I was talking endlessly just now. Jirel better than Frankenstein. Very interesting discussion. Lucifer will be number 6 then, Destroyer is saying. That's a good callback from up to there with the 1v1 of Frankenstein versus Storm King Arthur. That was pretty sick. That was a very sick battle there on my channel in the 1v1 video. Yeah, Frank is bad, but Jirel is just dead. Good point, good point. Last time, number 8 was Light Anya, exactly. Let me see if I missed something on YouTube. A lot of surprises here, a lot of surprised faces on Satan. Happy to see Burn rising. Yeah, me too, even though I'm struggling against it. I'm all for a little bit of a balance in Evertale in terms of which teams can dominate.
I'm definitely for imbalance, partially to burn. Yeah.
So Tar Cesar is asking, I don't understand that burn can clean stun, because stun is so much annoy for me in arena. That's because all the new burn units are completely stun immune. So all these storm stun units don't really have anything to bring to the table against these current fire releases, honestly.
If there ever is a burn unit that is not stun immune, I'd instantly think it's bad. Or
yeah, I think that
it just gets turns like Lucifer. I think Lucifer, for real, if she
doesn't
didn't have
even
stun
need
immunity, would be easy.
Fine. Yeah,
would be
you're
still
right,
going
actually.
strong. The 20 TU for everything is insane. She gets so many turns, but that also fucks with the tower because she also heals every bright Astrid in the tower.
Yeah.
Every time.
That is
like trauma.
That is a good point. Okay, then let's move on to the number 8 spot. I mean, I think Jared, you said it earlier. If we have a burn unit in the top 10, then suddenly everything else will be put into question. So now we have to look further upwards and think about who can be number 8 in these most recent rankings. And what I can already spoil is that this number 8 is just 50,000 true power above the number 9, so it's actually pretty close.
So from my point of view right now, if we have Satan up there, Lucy has to be top 10, and because Lucy is so insane, I think top 5 at least, or 6 if we go after Destroyer. I don't think that a lot of burn units will still stay after the next few units, but for right now, I really hope for, let's say, Lubu at number 8. Either
Lubu,
that or,
okay.
or
Lubu is actually interesting.
Lubu is still the third most useful unit in burn teams, because
really, even after Satan release?
Yes, Satan is really, really good. Don't get me wrong, but Lubu ignores defense with her strongest attack. She kills so much, or at least she puts to hold ground plus or hold ground whatever. She does a lot of damage, and especially against something like Shadows with insane fellowships, that's needed for burn. And somehow you have to be up there, right?
Yeah.
Without damage output, you can't really go up there. And since every new unit somehow has a sort of resistance, she is the only real way to hit through that. Or Satan right now, if she does have free charges, to have 800% damage.
Okay, then let's see. So we have a Lubu guess for number 8. We also had a Lucifer guess. We had Storm King Arthur guesses here in the chat. We had Musashi guess from Blood Moon. We had Edsonix and Destroyer saying Storm King Arthur for the number 8 spot. Quite a lot of variety there. Destroyer saying, does that mean Fire Kaguya can join too? Probably not.
Nah. I mean, she did have one good thing about her. Like 2 days ago, he did do something.
Oh yeah, you mentioned one time in a battle she suddenly had a good performance when she got the kills that she needs, right?
Yeah, she got 2 kills in 10 TU, and after that she got 8 more or so, I think. She went through 2 platoons nearly on her own, while everything around her died. But that's not important. She lived. She had to ignore hold ground, and that was the game.
Damn. Okay. Well, but probably still not enough for the top 10
Nah.
spot. Then again, we do have at least one of you who got it right, so you don't need to think outside of the box apparently for that number 8 spot as much as we had to do for the number 9 and the number 10, which is, I guess, also nice for a change. Interestingly, though, wait, let me check before I make that statement. Ooh, meanwhile, Abdo is saying another burn in top 10 is as likely as an FA in 12k soulstones. Okay, so extremely unlikely. Let's see. Little Mermaid as a guess as well on YouTube from Swa.
Honestly, can I add on that?
On the Mermaid?
No, on my comments just read.
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead.
If we're saying that we have another burn like Lucifer or Lubin in the top 10, then we have like strong units like Cthulhu, Lancelot, Kojiro, SKA, Musashi, Tristan. We are eliminating 4 of these because then we only have like 4 or 5 spots left, and they're saying that almost 4 of these are going to be outside of the top 10. So that's why I think it's extremely unlikely for another burn to be 8th or 7th. But you might just prove me wrong right now and sound like an idiot. So I'm gonna win.
I mean, that's a fair thing, right? We only have so many spots in top 10, so if we are saying, okay, all these new burn units are joining, then where do these other units go? I mean, to be fair though, we had number 9 and number 10, we had Earth units, which if burn rises, makes sense that they would drop out. But then again, that still leaves 8 other prior top 10 units, one of which was already Tristan, who is still in the top 10 apparently. So yeah, that's definitely a good point, a good argument. But besides that discussion, well, we have a bit more Shen Long guesses coming in. As I said, one of you already got it right, but I think it was really just...
I'll go for... I haven't decided yet. There's so many options to go for.
Okay, which one you're gonna lock in?
I'll go for Musashi.
Very good. Because Blood
What,
Moon
really?
before that was the only one who got Musashi, and Musashi is
nice.
indeed number 8. So yeah, congrats Blood Moon, congrats EXO on boarding the train last minute there. And Musashi is indeed the water unit at the number 8 spot. She is down 2 spots. She is number 3 in Europe, but for example in Asia she's number 13. So as you can see, the regional divergence this time is getting more and more, and you will see that even more the higher we go, that there's a lot of differentiation depending on region of which units are currently dominating. So yeah, good job on that. I guess Musashi is still very good. But yeah, I mean, obviously very good because all of the units in the top 10 are very good. But she is also beginning to struggle, kind of in terms of being taken out. So yeah, I think that's it. I guess, I don't know, Jared. I guess Musashi is still a valid counter to some degree against burn teams with the Cerberus pushback. But
Yeah.
I'm not sure if she can actually
Uh,
take out so many units after that.
she does have the power to at least kill one if they don't heal back and are lucky with like Lubu, or if you use Mordred in front, then maybe her as well. But I really do believe that if the AI is as shit as I remember, and and you do have a Shen Long, that she will hit Shen Long and won't get another turn. At least that's my hope, and that I will sure try when Shen Long comes back. Not right now though. I can't.
Yeah, fair. Okay, so that might be a bit of a reason there for
Otherwise, yeah,
that kind of drop.
double tank and burn is still needed. So they're behind, and any other tank in front that doesn't synergize with burn, like Lotto or Earth Ludmilla. So all the units that don't work if burn or burning.
Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, Dan, let's move on, I guess, from Musashi. We still have a lot of count to cover, given that we might have a bit of a uprising in today's ranking, or we already saw Satan enter as the first burn unit in 18 months. We still have some interesting reveals ahead, potentially. Is there going to be another burn unit? Where does Light Anya go? Who takes the rest of the spots? All questions we still want to have some answers for. And so let me let me see what you guys guess for the number 7 spot. Let me first check on
At this rate,
YouTube.
Light Anya might as well just be out of the top 10 for once.
Really? Okay.
Just guessing
Because there's
because
that's possible.
Alud taking the spot here and Light Anya having her banner like secretly shown up, and the fact that she was like 8 in the previous one. Also,
yeah.
and we're now at 7th, so
True, she would have to rise a rank.
Yeah, I
And
don't
she would
again,
be
where was
very
she? I think she
rare.
was at 5.7 million true power or something.
5.6. 5.6.
And now the number 8 only has 5.1. I guess there's still some space even if she's falling, just potentially
Musashi
speaking.
was higher than her, so
Yeah, but Musashi could fall off way more because she's a DPS.
That is true as well, yeah. We have guesses for number 7 on YouTube. Anime fan Shihara going with Storm King Arthur at number 7. Then we are Xenvia saying she is having a tough time right now with Burn immune to her stuns and Tristan fully countering her.
I could see that. Yeah, either Storm King Arthur or what did you have before? Yeah, Storm King Arthur, I'd say Lucifer does have a shot. And if not Storm King Arthur, then it has to be Avatar Ludmilla.
Okay, let me see on Discord what guesses I missed in the text chat here. Destroyer also going for Storm King Arthur. Number 10 was Tristan. Yeah, Exo already confirmed that. Nice. Destroyer going for Storm King Arthur as well. Mermaids? Okay, still a lot of Lucifer Satan combinations going on. I guess, I don't know, did anybody guess number 7 Lucifer? We had mostly Storm King Arthur guesses here for the number 7 spot so far as I can tell.
Yeah, I did. Lucifer had a chance, or
Okay,
maybe
yeah.
even higher.
Number 7, I guess, for Lucifer, and number 7, I guess, for Storm King Arthur. Xenvi on YouTube saying it's either Light Anya or Storm King Arthur at number 7. Okay, so we do have a Light Anya guess as well there. Yeet is saying Mermaid not good right now. She's mid. Edsonix going with Lucifer at number 7. Bloodmoon saying no, Lucifer will be number 6. Ooh, Xenvia is bringing up an interesting point. Why nobody is mentioning Da Vinci though, guys? What do you think? Does she still have a shot to make it into the top 10?
Higher.
Higher than number 7, you mean?
Yes.
I don't think higher. I think if it's good, if she did have a good appearance, probably in Japan, then I guess 11 or 12 even. But I don't believe she has top 10, top 7 and up potential. I would have seen her in top 9, 8 at max. And I do have one, but yeah, not as impactful as the other units.
Somebody else wanted to say something to that? I didn't
Okay.
catch.
So I
Blood Moon.
believe that she's gonna be higher because a lot of people just pulled her because of her design. She looks crazy.
I don't know about
Yeah.
I don't know if that is, to be honest, I'm not sure if the design really plays a big role in these rankings because, you know, mostly people still wanna win.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people that pull just for how they look.
Yes, but spending resources?
But these people probably wouldn't be in the top 1,000 teams that
Yeah, or
good
they
and
underperform, right? So I'm also having, you know, adjustments. You know, if you have super high fellowships, then of course there's a much higher expectation that you are towards the top of the cluster. If you are not, then your team will also be weighted lower. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it could be a catalyst, I guess, to initially pull for her. And honestly, I mean, based on her skill set, I think she has some good potential. Then again, she is a bit geared towards sleep, and we saw Tristan already drop to number 10. Let's see. Okay, we have.
I just came back.
Sorry, what? Say that again.
Are we still guessing? I disconnected quite horribly. Right now.
Oh. Yeah, we're still at number 7, and Xenvia is defending Da Vinci right now. Pulled Da Vinci because of her design, so he's confirming that to a bit. and saying, okay, number 7, Da Vinci. Interesting. Okay, but most people, no, I guess most guesses are still on Storm King Arthur.
I'll go for Gawain, I think, just for fun.
Ooh. That's a risky bet for sure, given that we saw Satan take her spot. But I mean,
I did say for fun, so might as well.
Yeah, for sure. But technically speaking, I mean, if she doesn't run into burn, then she's still probably at least top 3, right? So maybe that's enough to make her number 7 overall.
Japan carry.
True.
Trust.
Then we have Yeet going with Sun Wukong potentially. Yeah, also if not run into burn, she has a lot of domination potential, I think. Even at low power. Arch going with Avatar Ludmilla. So Destroyer is asking, are we wrong? Storm King Arthur not top 7. If not, that means she goes down top 10. No, I'm not saying that yet.
No.
Blood Moon going with Avatar Ludmilla. Edsonix going with Avatar Ludmilla. Okay. Yeah, I think. I mean, rather interesting. but I think I'm just gonna reveal it for you. Or maybe one more thing before I reveal it. So this number 7 is just 15,000 true power above Musashi, so it's extremely close for that number 8, number 7 spot, and even number 9 to be honest, and even number 10. So all of these units so far extremely close together actually. Very, very, very tight race. Does that change your mind for some of you, or is it still the same guesses? I don't know. I think that's not much of a hint from my side, to be fair.
15k is like nothing.
Nothing. Exactly. So
So
this unit
nearly
could be
same.
number 8, might as well. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, same power level as Musashi. So yeah, I go with Storm King Arthur, definitely.
Denvia is wanting to change his guess, but we'll still go with Da Vinci. No, feel free to change your guess. I mean, we have Da Vinci guesses, I think. We have Lucifer guesses, Avatar Ludmilla, Storm King Arthur. And I guess Xenvia was saying before Light Anya, but switched to Da Vinci. Canis is going with Maid Snow White. Nice.
Definitely not.
Okay, then I'm making a bit of an exception here because I think technically none of you got it, because the only one who got it changed his bet. Number 7 is actually Light Anya.
Wow.
She is still in the top 10. She is still, I mean, she is still, what card are you gonna get as a kind of universal card? It is Light Anya. She's still number 3 in the Americas. She's still top 10 in all the other regions. So it's not like this is just a regional thing or anything. She really is still holding on to that top 10 spot. But then again, she did lose 600,000 true power. So she did get weaker. So you got that right. But she still gained a spot because other units got even more weaker. I don't know if that's actually correct grammar, but yeah, that's that. So Light Anya, a lot of surprised reactions, I suppose, given that a lot of you already thought she's gone after she didn't show up at number 8. But yeah, number 7, Light Anya, still the best guard, the best universal guard in the game, which isn't saying much at this point anymore, since we are in a kind of guardless era. But yeah, that leaves just 6 spots at the top open for further rises and falls or anything. We still only saw Satan yet, and we haven't seen Shen Long or Da Vinci.
So we have to take into consideration, I forgot about the true power. Yes, I thought she was going to be away from the top 10, but I forgot that there's also the minus included and the lowest true power.
Exactly. So the number 10 this time, I guess, is already. Wait, what was the number 10? What was the number 10's power last time?
Tristan. So last time she was. No, the previous one.
Yeah, last time number 10, Sun Wukong was 5.4 million true power, and now we are at number 7, and we are still at 5.1 million true power for Light Anya. So that is the big reason. So we basically have even more of a stretch in terms of where the meta goes, even more units that are currently viable in the meta. Although of course we still need to see what happens towards the top then. All right, cool. Light Anya, let's go. Yeah, agree. Even though I still haven't gotten her, and I hope at some point she will fall out. Maybe after Storm Anya gets released. That would be my big hope. Then I can suddenly forget about my biggest mistake of not pulling Light Anya. Let me see. Do we already have some guesses for the number 6 spot?
Yeah, obviously the Lucifer. Lucifer
Ken is
for
already
number
going
6.
number 6, Lucifer. Jared going number 6. Destroyer going number 6, Lucifer. Edsonix going number 6, Lucifer.
United Lucifer, guess.
Blood Moon going number 6, Lucifer. Okay, what do we have on YouTube? No guesses yet for number 6. Anybody else in voice chat with guesses for the number 6? Ooh, Arch is going for Storm King Arthur at number 6. Abdo also going for Storm King Arthur. United State of Lucifer. Destroyer saying Storm King Arthur is gone from the top 10. Just 2 or 3 months ago, she was still number 1. Now people already celebrating her downfall or being outcast from the top 10 potentially, but we still need to confirm that. Senvi on YouTube is asking, do you think that Storm, Anya, and Water Yamato will have the same kit as Hokusai, or is it just to hide the actual skills? I think it's definitely just to hide the actual skills. I would be extremely surprised if they got that lazy that they're just using the same skills on multiple releases. That would also, I think, not be great for the kind of for the future of the game, to be honest, if they really do that. But yeah, I think it will definitely be different. And as I said, I think Storm Anya has probably an 80% likelihood that she's going to be a very strong guard unit. So, yeah. All right, then we have... okay, these are just repetitions of number 8 spot and number 7 spot, Musashi and Light Anya. But who is number 6? We had just Storm King Arthur and mostly Lucifer guesses. We have Kui from JK, non-surprisingly. If Da Vinci... Oh, Exo actually having a good point there. If she is gone, she'd be losing millions. Then again, I don't know, where was she last time? She was above 6 million. So yeah, if she's out, then that means she's below 5 million now.
She was 6.2, so she'd be losing like, yeah, below 5 million by a lot.
Yeah. Abdo now saying if Da Vinci isn't 6, she is probably not in the top 10 at all. Yeah, well, let's see about that. I mean, personally, I would have, or I expect Da Vinci to be in the top. That's why I also put her in the SS tier in my tier list. But let's see what the actual data says this time. Blood Moon is having a good point. Stock market is acting kind of weird right now, so even in Evertrade, maybe there's some crazy moves like Storm King Arthur completely falling out of the top 10. Who knows? Who knows? Let's see. Dragon Knight is going with Mermaid because of the rise of Satan potentially. Yeet is betting on Storm King Arthur. Yeah, I mean, Storm King Arthur is still decent for sure. Wouldn't be surprised to see her. All right. Do we have any other guesses? Wait, now we have Arch Spell and Arch Typing. Who's Arch Spell? That interesting. Okay, then I guess no more guesses for the number 6 spot. So I think we can just go ahead and reveal it. Seems like there's 2 groups in terms of the guesses. The big guesses being Lucifer, Storm King Arthur, and Da Vinci. Da Vinci maybe as a 3rd group potentially in that. Exo going with Storm King Arthur. Yet again, Exo has just the good sense of jumping on the right ship in the last second before the reveal. We have Storm King Arthur in the number 6 spot. So no, she is still holding on to the top 10 spot, as you can see, across all regions as well. So she's still number 6 in Japan and rest of Asia as well. And also in the other regions, still top 10, but she did lose 900,000 true power, so that is definitely something to consider. But yeah, she is holding on to that top 10 spot. To be fair, only because true power went down this time for a lot of units, because with 5.3 million true power, she would be out of the top 10 if that was last month. So yeah, definitely something. So Blood Moon now saying this means Lucifer is number 5. Cope from Apto. Yeet is saying give me your monies. Nice. All right. Xenvia is saying SKI is top 6. I am so happy. Very nice, very nice. Yuti is already saying a number 1 guess, but we're gonna check on that later if it's really Kojiro, as Yuti is saying. Big Bob Mom. Interesting.
I can see Kojiro at number 1, but later.
Yeah, exactly. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Except
Anyway.
if some people might already think that we have Kojiro at number 5, then of course it's different. But let's see now who could be number 5, because before number 5 was Storm King Arthur, so obviously that position is now vacant. Somebody else could take it. Is it somebody who was previously higher, or is it somebody who was previously lower, or is it somebody who was previously not in the rankings at all because it's a new unit? Destroyer already saying kind of false. All right, let's not get. Yeah,
I trust
let's
in Cerberus and Lucifer at number 5. One of them has to be up there if Satan is up there.
Got it. Okay, so number 5 guess from Jared on Lucifer. Then we have Firtzen going with Da Vinci, Yeet also going with Da Vinci, Destroyer having Avatar Ludmilla there. Blood Moon going with Cerberus at number 5. Okay. Edsonix going with Da Vinci. Abdo going with 2 light units, either Avatar Ludmilla or Da Vinci. Blood Moon already saying number 4 Lucifer after number 5 Cerberus. Okay. Number 5 Kui. Okay. What do we have on YouTube? We have Xenvia going with Avatar Ludmilla potentially, but Cerberus and Lucy have a chance. Da Vinci has a low chance. Dragon Knight is going with Lucifer for number 5. Ooh, Abdo saying I can already see the top 5 with 80% certainty. Okay, wait, what was your guess for number 5?
As I said, the number 5 spot now pretty much is empty since 5 minutes below it, or it took another spot, and I really don't think it's gonna be someone from outside of the top 10. So it's either one of the top 4, the previous top 4, or a new unit. And I think the only candidate for that is Da Vinci and Avatar Ludmilla.
Okay. I mean, Avatar Ludmilla was already what, top 4 last time, right?
Yeah.
Check. Yeah.
Well.
Top 4 last time. Number 5 would be Da Vinci. Yeah, somebody would have to fill the gap on the number 5 spot. We still didn't see any of the prior top 4 units. And wait, who else of the top 10 haven't we seen yet? Let me quickly check. I think Exo posted again. Yeah, thanks. So Tristan is now falling to the number 10 spot. We had Light Anya rise to the number 7 spot. Earth Gawain and Earth Sun Wukong we didn't see yet. Musashi dropped from 6 to 8. King Arthur from 5 to 6. All right, yeah. So far so good, I guess. Then let's see who can be number 5. UD saying Da Vinci for some reason still good in arena. Aaron is saying I'm guessing True Creo because he's top 5 in my subscribed YouTube channels. Let's go. Thanks very much, appreciate it. All right. Any more guesses? I feel like guesses are a bit slow today.
Yeah, I just would burn.
True. I mean, we had for the very first time a burn unit in the top 10 since 18 months or something, and now we are already talking potentially about burn units being in the top 5. So crazy how fast that can shift. All right, let me see. Did I miss any other guesses before I can reveal the number 5? Avatar Ludmilla from Blood Moon. Yeet going with Shen Long. Okay. Khan is saying True should have done this April 1st and they are all burn units. Nice. Yeah, too bad 1st April has actually been a work day. Let me check. That's something maybe for next year. Ah shit, next year April 1st is also during the week. But something to keep in mind for sure. Maybe just for a video release. All right, good. Then on YouTube, final guesses locked in from everybody. Let me see. We have Dark Sun Wukong. Earth Sun Wukong. Got it. Then we are still going with Avatar Ludmilla. Shehara also going Avatar Ludmilla. Arch also going Avatar Ludmilla. All right. We have a bit of a split here between Avatar Ludmillas and Lucifers and Da Vinci's. Is it one of the light unit or is it really a fire unit that goes into the top 5? Dragon Knight asking, what is the ranking of Dark Gawain? We haven't revealed that yet. However, I am going to reveal the number 5 now. Goemon. Goemon, guys, from Destroyer. No, actually, this is probably the biggest surprise I've seen in this month's ranking, especially if I look at the regional rankings. We have this unit that is at number 5 is actually number 1 in the Americas and also number 1 in Europe.
Busted Lucifer.
And also number 2 in rest of Asia. But she's only number 10 in Japan. He's up 11 ranks and it is number 5 Lucifer.
Let's go.
You got it.
That's
Let's
how
do
it
this.
should be.
That is insane. She actually gained 2 million true power since last month, just with the release of Satan and Shen Long. And here I was and thinking that Da Vinci would kind of put a break to that burn rise through the 2 burn releases. But as we can see now, Lucifer is actually the dominant unit in Europe and the Americas. The only thing holding her down is basically Japan, which is still not really boarding the burn meta.
Yes.
But yeah,
bad
100
move
days after her
after this.
release, she suddenly joins the top 10 after such a long time. Very interesting, very good stuff. A lot of disappointed people that she didn't make it to the 6th place. So that is very interesting. But yeah, fire meta is real on every non-Japanese server, it seems. Lucifer here at number 5 right now, burn in a great spot. 2 million up. That also means everybody who has long Lucifer in Evertrade gains a massive amount of money, basically 2 million dividend paid and plus 60% on the investment. So that is pretty sick. Definitely the biggest riser of this month's editions, except for, of course, the newest units. But yeah, that means number 5 is already taken now by Lucifer. And now I guess the questions begin in terms of who who can be number 4. Thanks, Exo, for posting. We can check quickly. Last time, the top 4 were Cthulhu ahead of Lancelot, Dark Lancelot, Light Kojiro, and Light Avatar Ludmilla, and none of them have been shown yet. So now I guess the question becomes, did one of them drop out of the top 10? Or is it still the same top 4? Which would mean that none of the other new units like Da Vinci and Shen Long and other units that haven't been mentioned yet can make it into the top 4.
Tristan Cerberus.
Okay. So which unit would drop then if you say Cerberus gets to the top 4?
From the top 4. I'd only say either Dark Lancelot or Evertale Ludmilla. One of those two.
I'll join you on that.
Because Cthulhu still really, really good unit. Kojiro, I have one on one account, probably my weakest one, but really, really strong.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't seen a lot of Dark Lancelots lately, so and
No, she's famous.
with Japan going into sleep and not poison, it does really help her to go out.
Well,
But
let's see. How do you see that Japan is going into sleep and not poison?
because they always have burn really low and have the earth units like of Gawain really high.
True, but Earth Gawain is also working in poison, right? So,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just wanted
Yeah.
to point that
But-
out. Okay.
But they do work with sleep a lot. So I don't know.
All right. Let me quickly check on the YouTube chat. We have my hate is rising too. My team is crying right now, Michelle is saying. Anime fan is going with Avatar Ludmilla. Shehara is going with Avatar Ludmilla. Denvia is going with Avatar Ludmilla. Michelle going with Da Vinci. Dragon Knight going with Dark Lancelot. Okay, let me see what I missed on the Discord. Avatar Ludmilla from Destroyer. Or Darklands from Destroyer, I guess. Well, okay, he changed it. Abdo says Elud is either fourth or put out of the top 10 or in between, okay. Blood Moon going, Mega Healing Burn is going crazy right now. Agreed. 14 going with Avatar Ludmilla. Exo saying Avatar Ludmilla is probably not out.
Yeah.
Abdo is saying the top 3 are definitely the same units, probably different order, but still the same units. Okay. Blood Moon going number 4, Cerberus, as did Jared. Yeet is saying Kojiro is the meta right now. Let me see. Destroyer saying Cerberus probably around 11.
With
Most of
fire
us agree.
being like very high, I don't think Earth units would be really up top there. So
Fair,
it is
fair.
between these 4 units. I was hoping
Yeah.
Shen Long would be there, but also realized that she was after Satan's banner, so that was like a big flop for people who couldn't get her.
True. Usually Burn doesn't get so many releases in a row, so people can usually just go for, oh, I'll just get one unit, one bird unit, and then get all of the burn units like that. But yeah, Shen Long was afterwards, and arguably I think Shen Long has a bit of a problem in that she's also a unit that is not necessarily the best at the start of a battle. I don't know but so I guess Satan is in a better spot there.
She is more of a reinforcement unit and also a flat 4 unit, so not really much P1 burns can do against that. For war,
Right.
I think really, really, really good unit, but
Yeah.
since this is arena, she won't really go that high up.
Yeah.
But maybe something in the end with, oh, I have like 1 billion fucking burn Morris in the back because my Shen lived so long. But I don't think this is
Alright.
really helping her.
Yeah, I think then we can reveal it. We have bets between, I guess, Cerberus, Avatar, Ludmilla, and Da Vinci. I can already say that it's actually a light unit at number 4.
Mordred.
Mordred. Nice. It's not Mordred.
Yeah, then it's Aelud.
I hope she
Okay,
gains
so
rather than loses if it was Aelud. I wonder if she gains
okay.
instead of loses true power because of the rise of burn and needing a stun absorber.
Fair, fair. That stun absorbing power definitely comes in handy. However, is it really Avatar Ludmilla?
Is it not?
Or is
Is
it Da
it not
Vinci?
Aelud? With
If
the
it's
stun.
Kojiro, that would be sad.
Or
Yeah,
exactly.
well, it would be understandable because Aelud and Fire, while Kojiro is there still and meta, but still. Well, I'll still go with Aelud still.
Yes, and I would go with Aloyd as well because Aloyd is indeed number 4. She loses some
Nice.
true power to answer your question. So 360,000 true power down, but that's not all that much. She's top 4 in Japan, interestingly, and not in any other region, which is interesting given the kind of burn thing. I guess Avatar Ludmilla dies to burn relatively quickly, potentially. I'm not sure if that is a reason. I
She
would still think I
sustains
would.
enough, I'd say.
Yeah,
But yeah, still dies nonetheless. Because the amount of turns they keep getting would kill her instantly.
Right. But still, I guess it gives your team a bit of a chance. Then again, it seems like she's even better in the kind of non-burn environment of Japan. So that is rather interesting. Yeah, she's at 5.9 million true power. So we only have 3 units left, and we still didn't see any unit that is dominating enough to get above 6 million true power. I don't think that ever happened before, to be honest. So the Evertale meta has never been so evened out between many potential units that can be at the top here. But yeah, I mean, wow, oh my god, the event has been going on for quite a long time already. I think one of the longest events. So let's speed things along before we talk more about Avatar Ludmilla. Let's just jump ahead and think about the number 3 unit. Who is number 3 if Avatar Ludmilla is number 4, guys? Number 3 before was Kojiro. After we're saying Avatar Ludmilla is overrated, to be honest. Okay.
I do agree with that.
Wait. Top 3? Oh, number 3. Okay. So the poll is about number 3, I suppose.
Trust in Queen.
The Queen. Everyone
So
goes
Kui
on
is
Queen.
leading at the moment. Dark Lancelot. We have 2 votes for Dark Lancelot. Cthulhu and Kojiro also 1 vote. Cerberus, even with the copium, doesn't seem to work. Huh. Okay, but meanwhile on YouTube we are getting some other guesses. I guess that we would have to add on to that poll. And with those guesses we have Zenvia, Anime Fan, Shehaira, Dragon Knight, all saying Dark Lancelot will be next. So I guess including those votes from YouTube, we actually have Dark Lancelot in the lead ahead of Kui.
Unless Cthulhu loses like what, 3 million true power? If not more. Then Dark Lancelot or Kojiro. I'm pretty certain Dark Lancelot might be 3. Unless something completely weird happens.
Yeah, Cthulhu last time was the only unit above 8 million, right? So that is definitely something to consider. We have yeah, Cthulhu was 8.1 million, and then we had Dark Lancelot and Kojiro at 6.8 million true power last time. Let's see how the serious poll is going. Wow. 100% on Dark Lancelot there. Yeet also agreeing with Dark Lancelot. Number 1 true power. Infinite true power for Kui.
Number 1 on Mars.
Up 10 billion ranks. That's a little more than SSR units. Imagine there were so many that there's so many Evertale units as humans in the entire world. would be interesting. Then again, Kui couldn't be number 1 in Europe and Americas anymore, except if it's exactly equal to Lucifer, who already took that first place.
Did Dark Lancelot get a rerun? Because if she did, then Kojiro still had her first run before, so maybe things would change.
Dark Lancelot did get a rerun, yes.
So it's between these two, honestly. But Dark Lancelot is the most optimal choice. But still, maybe. Who knows?
All
Danish
right.
rank. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
The last leaderboard was made before Lancelot's rerun, right? Like the rerun was happening at the same time, but you said that the data was collected before the rerun happened.
Oh, yeah, good point. Good point. Yeah, you're right.
So I
So,
think
yeah.
there is still a chance that Lancelot is above Kojiro here.
Then
Yeah,
I
that's
Then
why I
again-
mentioned.
Kojiro.
Then again, as I always say, you know, the second banner doesn't necessarily need to help units in true power, because they do
Yeah.
have a little bit of a first banner boost. So if people are not pulling as much on the second banner as would be expected, then this would also be a loss for a unit.
This does include the championship arena match makes, right? Like top uses in championship arena.
Exactly.
Or-
The results of
Yeah.
20 Champions Arena clusters. 1,000 teams, how they deploy their units. Yes. Okay. After saying I thought my voice sucked, no, your voice is completely fine. Feel free to talk whenever you can. So my voice gets a bit of a break. I already feel it a little bit breaking, to be honest. I'm never talking that much usually. So, all right. Kui is rank 0. That actually makes a lot of sense in terms of kind of development context. All right, I think I can reveal it. No big deal in holding it back, since it seems like everybody's pretty much united that number 3 is Kui. Just kidding. Number 3 is, of course, Dark
No, you can't
Lancelot.
break me like
Yeah,
that. You
that's-
can't do that. That's not fair. I can't believe you would rank Kui anything less than 1. Don't play with me
Nah.
like that.
We have number 3, Dark Lancelot. That is, of course, Kui is still pending. So we have number 3, Dark Lancelot, with 6.2 million true power. So she also lost 700k. Definitely a fall off. But if you look at the regional rankings, it's very interesting. She's number 2 in Japan. So still dominating there. But kind of the other regions are already a bit over. Over Dark Lancelot, interestingly. Yeah, she's number 18 in rest of Asia. So the Asians. Okay, I'm not gonna repeat what up the road there, but yeah, very interesting. Okay, but yeah, Dark Lancelot at the number 3 spot, obviously still very strong, but it's really crazy, I think, how close together all these units are. If you think about it, we had number 10, Tristan at around at 5 million true power, and now we are at number 3, and we have Dark Lancelot at 6.2 million. So all of these units are crazy close together. It's really interesting, to say the least. Okay, good. Oh, we already have a vote going on for second. Seems like Cthulhu and Kojiro are the only choices, but do still consider that it could obviously be another unit as well. Ooh, but interesting. It's very even right now. We have 50-50 between Cthulhu and Kojiro here in this poll. Let's check the other poll. Oh, well, Cthulhu goes ahead now for the number 2 spot. And then we have Kui, Cthulhu, Kojiro, Cerberus, and Kui again. Kui splitting the votes here. Interesting. Okay. Who else do we have on YouTube?
Cthulhu got more votes. Interesting.
Sorry, say that again?
Cthulhu got more votes than Kojiro now. The top poll.
For the number 2 vote, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so seems like people might be expecting a new top 1 unit.
Yeah, I do. I do as well.
Hey, on
Do we
YouTube,
vote for Shen
meanwhile, we
Long?
have Shen Long, okay.
top 1.
Number 2
Trust.
spot, Shen
Imagine.
Long. Okay, on YouTube, it seems like a lot of votes for Kojiro on number 2. We have Anime Fan, Chihara, Dragon Knight, but Xenvia is saying hot take number 2 is Cthulhu and number 1 is Kojiro. I know this will never happen, but I would love to see that. Okay, well, let's see. We haven't revealed anything yet. Xenvia is saying, I can't wait till Cthulhu lose a top 1 spot. It's been so long. Actually, it's not that long, right? I think a long time
No,
Storm King Arthur was still ahead of her.
Cthulhu has taken quite longer than Storm King Arthur actually in ranks now.
Yeah, yeah. Real? Oh.
Which is interesting, especially with the true power amount that she's been keeping on hoarding this whole time.
True, true. Yeah, she's been holding on much better than other units here. Da Vinci is not top two. It can't be happening. Moment of truth. Yeah, moment of truth is coming up. New Anya. That would be something for next time. Yeah, new Anya definitely needs to do something for Storm because Storm really sucks right now, honestly. Ooh, Abdo is saying Kojiro deserves to be the next unit with 10 million power immo. Well, let's see. I mean, 10 million power is really something that is rarely achieved, especially in such a diverse meta. But then again, Kojiro has a good skill set for that, I guess. Because Kojiro can also run with burn, right? Some burn units even run with Kojiro. Cerberus number 2 spot, Blood. What? What Exo?
Would the hint of true power differences completely reveal who the second person would be? Because I have a feeling it might. Unless they're very close, then otherwise that would reveal it properly.
Let's see. But first, what if I told you there's actually a potentially different number 2?
That would be insane.
What if it's not Cthulhu and not Kojiro? Yeah, not Kojiro. Who else could it be then? In this hypothetical scenario. If you think about the burn rise.
Shen Long, as I was stating before.
Shen Long,
would
okay.
make Jared very happy.
That would make me not very happy because I don't have Shen Long.
Oh, true.
If I don't have Shen Long, I can't be happy. Nah, I would still be happy for every burn unit in the top 10.
But which other unit could benefit from a rise in burn? Which
definitely Da Vinci or Kojiro.
Kojiro does not care about burn.
True,
really.
But I mean, if it's not Kojiro and not Cthulhu, who
Da
could benefit?
Second would be pretty nice, honestly.
Sorry, say that again. Who second?
Da Vinci second would be pretty nice.
Da Vinci,
When was her?
I mean, Da Vinci
She
can
came
gain
before
the burn
Shen Long
immunity
and
when
after
she.
Kojiro.
Wait, what? What did you say? Sorry.
If it is Da Vinci, she came after Kojiro and before Shen Long.
Before she came as the first unit, I think. She came right after Kojiro.
Yeah.
Jenny on YouTube is saying Water Cinderella. Interesting point there. That's a good direction. Maybe I mean, Tristan is falling, but maybe another water unit can benefit.
Interesting.
Okay, I'm not gonna let you wait any longer. We've played through the hypothetical scenario, but
Destroy
is
with the gaslight. Yes.
it? Wait, what? What? Wait. True successfully gaslight us.
Yeah.
Nein, I would never gaslight anybody. And we do see, actually, as I will show you, maybe a surprise to many of you, we have a big true power increase for 1 unit.
Oh,
That is,
interesting.
I think, benefiting from this kind of burn rise. She is especially ranked highly in Americas, which makes sense. I mean, we already saw Lucifer ranked number 1 there. And it is none other than Mermaid, who can
No, you're not
absolutely.
tricking me this time. You are not tricking me this
Yeah,
time.
like I said, I might.
I tried my best. But I wasn't lying. Actually, she gained true power. She gained ranks. It's just not that big of an amount, I guess. It's just 15k true power, but still, I guess it is because of the water, because of the effect of her. What is it called? The pacifying waves. Still kind of nice to have if she gets a turn. So definitely a unit that can benefit against burn. Then again, if she gets stunned, then she has a problem. Yeah.
Interesting though, since Da Vinci is now, if Da Vinci is not 11 at least or above Mermaid, that also brings interesting to second place.
Yes, that's true. So you mean because she's not number 11, she might be number 2?
Nah, I'm just joking. We're just gonna keep going with the usual Kojiro.
Okay, let me quickly check before I reveal the real number 2. What I missed on YouTube. Goemon number 1.
Who said
Trust
that?
in Goemon. Yo.
Trust in Goemon. Daigon is
No.
saying top 1 unit Trukio, a slight variation of my name. Very nice. Let's go rank 11. Happy that she gets some love. Yeah, I mean, I guess the big question is who is really number 2. And there was a big split up between Cthulhu and none other than Kojiro. So I'm gonna reveal it now. Check. This unit actually has quite a nice usage rate. It is a unit that is popular across all regions. And it is none other than the prior number 1 Cthulhu. And she is down to the number 2 spot with 1.3 million true power lost. So Cthulhu is having a harder and harder time in the current meta as well. Kind of interesting to see that, to be honest. She's number 3 in Japan, number 2 in Europe, number 5 in Americas, number 5 in rest of Asia. She is having a harder and harder time to actually do much. All of these recent releases feel a bit like they are trying to nerf Cthulhu. For example, the Mega Healing Burn is something Cthulhu struggles with. Then we also have a lot of healing when getting hit, which is also something Cthulhu struggles with, given that she doesn't have any execute skills. And so yeah, Cthulhu is down a little bit. And in many battles that I run nowadays, this is also something I observe. She quickly turns into a guard, and other than that, cannot do all that much. But nevertheless, even as a guard, she's still probably the best guard. Given that she hypnotizes during that and has 90% damage reduction and full healing and stuff like that. So really hard to kill while she is in that guarding state. And she still mega poisons the enemy team as good as she can. So yeah, Cthulhu is definitely still a unit to watch out for, but she's no longer in the number 1 spot.
Definitely agree with you on the guard related situation. I've seen her turn into a guard far more times than I've seen her attack lately. And with the tests made as well.
Yeah, it's crazy actually. I mean, she gets hit a lot more, I feel like, as well. So and I guess, you know, part of the thing with Cthulhu was always she can do the infect reality to use her last charge and then reset to get all the charges back. But nowadays, with more and more instant skills and more get turns and all that kind of stuff, if she uses infect reality, she might still need to wait 4 or 5 turns until she actually gets the turn. And by that point, she might already be Guardian. She might already enter the warped reality. So yeah, this is very interesting now. I guess we can check who is number 1, or do we want to check on the new units first? Or maybe a new unit is on number 1. A lot of different options.
We saw nothing. Deleted it instantly.
Honestly, I can already say that while the Lucifer Rise and Satan Rise and stuff is all pretty crazy and stuff like that, I think the biggest surprise in these rankings for me was Da Vinci. I'm not gonna say yet whether that was to the upside or the downside.
Interesting.
Da Vinci number.
Very interesting.
Let me reveal that. I mean, could be that I'm gonna reveal the number 1 now. It could be that I'm revealing something else.
What I'm interested in is Kojiro actually gaining true power for one, other than everyone losing it. For
They had to give some to the Penguin.
yeah.
Jenny, you are a bit silent right now.
Yeah, quiet. I couldn't quite catch that. I don't know if you wanted to say something. Let me quickly check on the YouTube chat. Mummy Kojiro, let's go. 2 in second place. Kojiro can't fall from the top 10, so top 1 is obviously her. Cthulhu still OP. Her Hypno and 90% damage reduction, so annoying. Exactly. First Sun Wukong rank, please. Maybe I'll do that a little later. But first, I'm gonna reveal the Da Vinci now. Is it number 1 or is it something much worse?
Let me see the rankings again.
So Kojiro was at 6.8 or 6.7, 6.8 million rounded true power last time. So she would have to drop like 2 million true power to fall out of the top 10. And yeah, I'm gonna reveal Da Vinci now.
12 maybe?
Yeah,
Position
12 or
for Da
14.
Vinci?
That's the thing, right? I'm a bit surprised by this result, but obviously.
Why are you doing this to us? You make me Vinci's first.
I want you to doubt everything, to trust nothing. No, just kidding. But it is a bit crazy. Honestly, I was super surprised to see her come in where she did. We have Da Vinci at number 23, just 2.8 million true power.
23, what?
Under 20% usage. Her best regional ranking is 15th in Europe. She's number 29 in Americas.
I can live with
that. That is why I was saying. I mean, I was extremely surprised to see that. Honestly, before today, or before I did the rankings, I would have expected Da Vinci to come in the top 10, like many of you also expected. But she's far from that. She's far from that.
It has to be Kojiro Pulse. It has to be Kojiro Pulse. And not to mention the fact that the Burn Uprising came after Da Vinci, not before, so...
Yeah, exactly. So I was thinking Da Vinci would slow the Burn Uprising, and instead Burn Uprising came in full force, and Da Vinci apparently couldn't do much against this at all. But yeah, now I'm not gonna tease you any longer for the actual number 1 spot. Some of you have already guessed it. Some of you might be super surprised. I'm not sure how many. Maybe one viewer who hasn't played Evertale before is gonna be very surprised. I think the most surprising thing about this reveal is gonna be the regional rankings, without spoiling too much. But at the number 1 spot, we have Kojiro taking over 8 million true power. So she is
Let's
the
go. That was actually
clear number 1 right now. There's nobody close to her power. Everybody else below 7 million. She is above 8 million true power. She's number 1 in Japan. She's number 1 in rest of Asia. Number 8 in Europe. And number 20 in Americas. Americas apparently fully bought into the burn vibe, burn hype. No time for Kojiro. But even at number 20 in Americas, it's still enough for Kojiro to absolutely decimate everybody else in the rankings. 8 million true power. Yeah, I mean,
Japan knows what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, Japan is a bit different because Japan has these kind of more poison and cursed sleep focused thing. But even in these different environments, Kojiro is still powerful anyway. So yeah, Japan definitely carrying Kojiro here. But as you can see, it's also rest of Asia. So even in a region where Lucifer is number 2, we have Kojiro at number 1, given the good synergy effects that are possible between Burn and Kojiro as well. Pretty much any team, honestly, except Sleep, which is why I think Sleep fell off a little bit this time. Kojiro kind of waking up enemy teams is not something you like to see all that much. Of course, there can be still some hybrid and synergy effects that can help you, but I think Kojiro better placed outside of the Sleep team. So yeah, that is all the top 10 units. And wow, we are already thinking. Sorry, is it again?
You're missing one. You're missing a.
Yeah, true.
Nah, the Kui.
Actually, I do agree. I mean, something interesting that is also to something to be observed. I think all the recent of the last few years, all the releases that got released with a K in front made it at least into the top 2. So we had, well, except for Fire Kaguya, of course, but the original Kaguya, we had all the King Arthurs that make it to the top, and now we have Kojiro, who is also number 1. And so maybe somebody like Kui with a very nice K in front also has a chance to take the number 1 spot at one point in time. All right, now quickly rapid fire. Let's see. Wait, what did I miss in the chat? And then I can do some more quick reveals before we wrap up this event. Anime fan is saying, ew, 20 in America. Yeah, I agree. Then again, I also did my part in this because I failed to get her, unfortunately. I have Kojiro, she's the best against all but stealthers. Yeah, very good point. I also thought that given the Earth Sun Wukong release, Kojiro might struggle a little bit, but then we got all these burn releases, so yeah. All right, good. Looking very good. I think I didn't miss too many things, except yeah, Fire having the big comeback. I think somebody was asking for the Cerberus reveal.
Yeah. She should be
There's
top 20 this time.
Yeah. There should be like Isan, Kerberos, Shen Long, Gawain, and who else was there again? We should check. I think that's all four.
Yeah, probably. Let me see. I'm just looking for the image for Cerberus. There we go. Cerberus is coming in hot as well, with the number 4 spot in Europe, number 9 in Americas. He gains 1.6 million true power and comes up to the 13th position. So yeah,
nice. That is
Cerberus
nice for Burn. What the heck?
It's a deserved 13.
Yeah, definitely deserved.
Up 8 ranks. To be fair, she's still a bit far from the top 10. Then again, she was also already around for quite a long time. So age is already showing a little bit. Then guards as well, you know, getting a bit.
She was 21. She was 21 last one.
Oh, true. Yeah. She was out of the top 20 last time. Now she is Number 13. Okay, Bloodmoon is saying I should rapid fire the top 20. Then I'm gonna maybe do that without posting the numbers, except for the number 12 spot. Who could be number 12? A last guessing round for number 12, given that this is the highest spot we haven't revealed yet. So we had number 13, Cerberus. We had number 11, Mermaid. Who could be number 12?
Tristan, Lubu.
Lubu, okay. Another burn unit who would have benefited there. Destroyer going with Earth, Sun Wukong.
Yeah, I'm between Shen Long and Gawain.
Okay, Shen Long and Earth Gawain. Yeah, Gawain last time was number 9, right? And Shen Long, the new burn unit. Right Wukong on YouTube as a guest from Anime Fan, from Shihara. Danish is missing Dark Cindy. Yeah, unfortunately, she's still popular, but only towards the very end of arena battalions. All right, cool. Then I'm gonna reveal the number 12. One of you already got it. Where is she? Where's that image? Am I blind? Ah, there she is. Problem is she's called Cross Sword Knight, and that is Dark Gawain at number 12. Still top 5 in Japan, so there you can see where Burn is not that popular. She's actually highly ranked. But yeah, everywhere else she's really down bad. She lost 1 million true power compared to before these Burn units were released. So yeah, that is now the new number 12. She's out of the top 20, out of the top 10. And now for the rest of the top 20, I'm just gonna rapid fire tell you guys. We have number 14, Bright Sun Wukong. So a lot of you guys guessed that for number 12, not that far off, actually, also with 4.3 million true power, so pretty close to the number 13 spot. Then we have number 15, another Earth unit, Yukata Ludmilla. Number 16, Shen Long comes in with as a new fire unit. We have number 17, Lubu, who also gained 1 million true power compared to last time. Number 18, we have Unicorn, who lost 1 million true power last time. And number 19, we have Mordred, who also gained 600,000 true power compared to last time. She's actually number 7 in Europe right now. And then we have number 20, interestingly, Murasaki, another Earth unit, holding on to that top 20 spot. And interestingly, Murasaki actually gained a little bit of true power. I think outside of burn teams, her value is definitely there, or rather outside of running against burn teams, the value is definitely there. So that is all of the top 20. Yeah, a lot of surprises. I think the biggest one actually being that kind of dark Da Vinci flop. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's not a complete flop. Like we're not talking Goemon or Okita levels here, but still, I guess in terms of expectations, a bit underwhelming compared to where many people would have put her, including myself. All right, cool. That's the whole event for today. Maybe as a little bit of a tease for those who are still watching, which I very much appreciate, or are still on the Discord, there might be a bit of an expansion to the Evertrade game soon, which might become a kind of playground for a community tournament that I might do soon, in terms of certain teams matching up against other teams, where all of you could potentially participate by buying certain units in Evertrade. Obviously, this is a free game, so you're not paying any real money for that. And then with that kind of roster that you put together for yourself, you can build a mana-based team that will then fight other teams in arena in a kind of simulated environment that has been provided by a very good anonymous IT guy who is very strong in that kind of things. So I am thinking of making that kind of community tournament sometime in the next weeks, of course with more rules
It would be fun.
still to be explained.
It will be fun, that's for sure. And I'm a witness on this.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of potential there. I mean, we didn't have any kind of evenly based community tournaments ever since Evertale 1.0 has
True.
been closed, basically. And now, I mean, it would still be in an automatic environment, but it would be kind of building teams with certain constraints, basically with certain mana cost for each unit based on true power. And then you just try to build the optimal team with the options that you have, of course, in secret. So everybody builds their team, and then we will have hopefully a bit of a live stream where we just check out all these battles and see how that tournament goes and which team will win and will win a lot of power points as a reward, and of course be highly regarded in the Evertale community as the first tournament winner since 2020, I think, was the last community tournament of Evertale. So yeah, there's that. And then we also have another thing that is in the works relatively early, but we have JK here on the chat as well. Some of you might have seen his video that I shared on my community tab. He is currently working on kind of rebuilding Evertale in the manual way that it was once played. So depending on the progress there, and obviously if you are somebody who is interested in coding, we are very much looking.
Do you mind if I talk about it for a little bit? Just like,
yeah, sure. Give it a short shout out here.
yeah, so I'm sure I can link my YouTube in the general or on there sometime. But yeah, basically what I'm working on is I am, as he said, I'm doing a PvP simulator. It won't link to your account or anything, but anyone with a link on a browser on a desktop will be able to play this, and it'll be easy as sending a link to another person, and you can do Evertale PvP. This has been in works for a few months now. My post on Reddit was removed, so it's not as much traction anymore, but I will link the YouTube video in the chat here in a moment. But it's still very early, but I believe I can get the multiplayer working. Let's see, I do have a quick video just from what I'm working on right this second. That's it. Thank you very much. And then this one is the 6th version that I've started working on. You can kind of see what it looks like, but you know, it's going to grow over time, very early stages, but just something that's coming. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, I think we should definitely support JK in this endeavor. I think we didn't really have the kind of nice feeling of actually playing PvP. A lot of you might not even know manual PvP in Evertale since it was discontinued in 2021. But yeah, I've been playing since 2019, and the kind of manual PvP part was a huge hit. Actually, it was really, really nice to play that. We definitely still need to figure out if some of these newer SSRs are actually compatible with manual play. So currently we are still thinking about which units should be implemented in this kind of project. I'm thinking maybe at first we are focusing on the older units, kind of the 1.0 units, which were actually optimized for manual play before we went into this kind of automatic era. But yeah, this is still early on, but I think JK is on a very, very nice track here. And yeah, I think if you can support in any ways, or maybe just check out his YouTube channel. If you are watching on YouTube and can't click the link right now, you can also check my community tab. There I linked that same video that you just saw in the Discord chat as well for everybody to see.
I mentioned something else real quick.
Yeah.
If anyone has the engine I'm using is Game Maker Studio. I don't know. It's pretty easy to pick up. You know, if you have literally any interest in, you know, this project at all, send me a message or leave a comment on YouTube, and I'm sure I'll get back to you. It would really help to have some other people doing this. Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. All right. With that, I think we had a lot of teasing of things to come here, and I think it's quite fitting given that this top 10 was a bit historic in some sense in kind of the shifts that we saw with the recent releases. All that being said, of course, keep in mind that Hokusai is new and not placed in these rankings yet. Let's see how she can move that around. And then we also have, of course, I think Yamato and Storm Anya potentially coming as new units, which might also shake up things a little bit. So things will stay interesting. But one thing for sure is that Kojiro right now is the top unit in Evertale, whether that is in Arena or War. I think she is the one that is a menace. Sometimes you can take her out, but I think this is a nice conclusion to this live stream. So thanks a lot for everybody who joined in. Also a special thanks to everybody who had some voice additions in voice chat, which helps me not to make too many monologues during these 2 hours. So a lot of thanks to Abdo and Exo and Jared, JK, and yeah, I hope I didn't miss anybody, but also thanks a lot to everybody who joined on YouTube. Very much appreciate the support there. And yeah, stay tuned for more to come. We had a lot of teasing going on for what things are to come. And so I hope you all will like that a lot. Just stay tuned on my Discord server and, of course, on my YouTube. Like and subscribe if you haven't already to become a True Carrot, to join this kind of exclusive True Carrot club, which is very, very exclusive, as I said. And yeah, take care, everyone. Have a good night, have a good afternoon, have a good evening, have a good noon now, I think, for our American watchers and viewers. And yeah, hope to see you again soon, whether that is on a video or on another event. Bye bye and take care.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching.
See ya.
Bye.
Hey, that was